Hi guys, as I'm part of the Channel Mum team, I've been asked to talk about my experiences and views on co-sleeping. So co-sleeping is definitely something we have tried. There are positives and there are negatives. It's worked to some extent, and yeah, there have been negatives as well. So as you probably know, Jasper has never been a good sleeper. He didn't sleep through till he was 13 months and 6 days. I sound like a broken record because I say that all the time. I have done videos on getting him into his toddler bed and controlled crying and just sleep updates, so I'll link all of those below. Yeah, it was never something that we consciously said like, oh yeah, let's do that, that sounds like a good idea. It was more something that we were exhausted, we didn't want to keep going back and forth into his room. He wasn't always waking at the same time for certain reasons. It would just be like 5 times a night for a quick cuddle, or 1 time to be up and be hyper for an hour. It was always so different and we were just exhausted. Jasper definitely slept a lot better when he was in our bed. It would never be a case that he would start off in our bed, he would always start off in his. It's something that we don't encourage, it's not something that we plan to do. It's something that I do try and avoid if I can, but if it happens, it happens. And it probably does happen once a week now, I'd say, maybe twice a week. It just depends on what's going on in Jasper's life. So the pros for us for co-sleeping are that we don't have to get up and down in the middle of the night anymore because we're not going into his room. Also, he sleeps a lot better when he's with us. He wasn't as likely to wake up and want milk or wake up and be hyper or just cry because he knew that we were there. Another benefit for us was that it was just lovely. It's lovely to have cuddles and to know that he's there and to not wake up and think, oh God, I wonder if the quilt's gone over his head, or I wonder if he's stopped breathing in the night. Like, he's right there, so you literally have to just see him or hear him breathing and you know. So kind of put my mind at ease as well. Another benefit for us was that we just felt that closeness to him. I'm not saying that you don't feel as close to your child when they're in a different room, but it was just a really nice bonding thing. Like, I don't know, I can't really explain it. It felt really nice to know that he was there, and you know, especially now that he's at nursery a couple of mornings and he's more independent and he's not as cuddly during the day, it is nice sometimes because whenever he sleeps in my bed, he always wants to cuddle, and yeah, it's just nice. Another benefit is that it helped me to realise that he is capable of sleeping through the night. So it kind of helped me to realise that, you know, it's not that he can't sleep through, it's not that he needs milk, it is purely that he's waking up and he needs me to help settle him off. Even though it's kind of a difficult way to learn that, it gave me the push to then be a bit more strict, and you know, when I was feeling up to it, to kind of do the controlled crying or to persist and let himself settle, because I knew that he could sleep, and I only figured that out because he was in bed with me. On to the negatives that we found from co-sleeping. It did make it harder to make him then go back in his bed because he would wake up and want to come into our bed, obviously. So even though, like I said in my positives, it did make it easier for me to then sleep train him, in ways it also made it more difficult because he just wanted to come into bed with us. Another negative that we found is that we don't sleep all that great when he's in here, because you could put him back vertically, he will always go horizontal, you'll always get a foot in your face or a foot in your back, and yeah, he's just a fidget, so you don't get as good a sleep as if he was sleeping through the night in his bed. Another negative, which we found early on, we don't find it now because he's so big, but I would panic a bit that, not me, but my husband would roll over and suffocate him, or just like lean on his arm, so then Jasper would wake up with like a numb arm or something. But it never happened, obviously, and yeah, it just never happened. I would say if they're tiny, they should be in the Moses basket, because of course that's still co-sleeping if they're in a Moses basket in your bed. But yeah, that was something that did panic me a little bit in the beginning, but now it doesn't, because he's huge and he's more likely to roll over and suffocate me than I am of him. So that's it, that's our experience of co-sleeping, our pros and cons just for our family. I'm sure there are lots more pros and cons. So if you've tried it, if you're pro it, if you're against it, if you have any tips, facts and figures, anything, do leave them below for other mamas that are watching this. Yeah, I hope you liked it. Do check out the other Channel Mum videos because there'll be lots more co-sleeping ones to come. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!